What's going on, Capricorn? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the rest of January 2024. So in this reading, Capricorn, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding January 2024. But before we begin this reading, Capricorn, as always, do want to wish some of you sun signs out there a happy birthday. But in this reading, Capricorn, I do want to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Capricorn, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what is coming your way for the rest of January 2024, Capricorn. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Capricorn. Man. Real interesting energy that you got going on here, Capricorn. Like, the first thing I'll tell you is I feel like a lot of you have a lot of options going on in your life, but there needs to be a choice to do something, to make a big change, even though you have all these options. So I don't know, let's go ahead and get into the oracle messages. Before we start with the tarot, we're going to start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards, and these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of, that you need to embody for your own highest good, Capricorn, in January. And the first one you have is Aries. And Aries is the energy of the fighter, the entrepreneur, the free spirit, the individual, the combative one, the one who, you know, can really get things going quickly, very fast energy as well, also a primal energy. And so there's definitely something going on that you need to, the big message as you're listening to this, you need to make a very fast decision that's going to alter your foundation. And this is the energy that you need more of, is to make a quick decision. And you are Capricorn, which is cardinal earth, very good at starting things, making quick decisions. So Aries is the energy you need more of. There also may be an Aries woman or an Aries man that would be advantageous for you to connect with, or for some of you to disconnect with. If there's a prominent Aries in your energy field that has been causing you problems, especially in business, I'm feeling called to let you know maybe it's time to change that. There could be an Aries who is messing with your stuff. I feel like that. Or if it's not an Aries, it could just be like a, you know, someone who wants to do it their own way, someone who makes very fast decisions but has a hard time following up, etc. Aries energy is what you need to focus on and more of. You also have the square, which is challenge and disharmony. So a square is an aspect in astrology that makes you grow. Like, right, a square is a 90-degree angle. So you see like this 90-degree, and I liken to it, like a square is like a pinball. A pinball is going to come down here, but eventually it's going to meet this point where it needs to go this way. It can't keep going down. So for some of you, you're going to have to make a change that's like this, a hard change, you know, a 90-degree angle change. And that's obviously going to feel pretty disharmonious. But you see, this is the energy that you need more of. Aries, combative, challenge, and disharmony. So for those of you that just want to kind of sit back and allow the universe to take the wheel and just like not make changes with your business, not make changes with your relationship, with your work, I don't think this is going to go good for you. I think you need to make very quick, challenging decisions. Capricorn, with an Aries twist. All right. Why this is, we're going to have to see, but the universe is always ahead of the curve. Now you also have Saturn, limits and lessons. So the next energy you need more of is Saturn. So this is definitely, Saturn is like the planet that rules Capricorn. So people call you Daddy Capricorn because Saturn is daddy energy. It represents boundary, restriction, limitation, discipline, doing everything the hard way. And generally it represents something that is like constricted in your life when young, but as you get older you start to gain the benefits of Saturn, which is like the old wise one. So in some sort of way there's definitely a harsh energy that you're going to have to deal with, that you're going to have to work with in your life. And for some of you, you're going to have to be honest. I think there's a little bit of a habit that many of you are getting into, that you're really good at starting things in business, you're really passionate, but when it comes to like keeping it through, or like when you go into a deal, when you start a new job, whatever you're doing, it's like, are you aware of how is this going to look in 10 years? Because Saturn is the 10-year plan. Saturn, everyone has a Saturn return when they turn 29 years old, which Saturn goes completely around your chart and makes a full roundabout. And it always brings attention to the things that you've kind of been maybe not wanting to look at, or the harsh lessons in your life. So this is definitely like a month for you to deal with challenge, disharmony, limits, and lessons in a combative way. So don't run away, don't hide. But you may not know what you're going to move towards, but you're going to have clarity about what you don't want in this reading. And I feel like for a lot of you, I don't really know if this is about love. I don't really sense that much of a challenge in love. I don't know why. But let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Your opportunity is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles has to do with a little bit of juggling. You see this person kind of in a suspended state. It does indicate trying to balance things out, trying to move to the center. But your opportunity with this being here, things, if you move according to the universe's highest plan for you, Capricorn, things are not going to seem solid for you. And that's really all you need to know about this month. Your opportunity is to have this month, the result of the month should look like this. I don't really know, we just made that big change and now we're gonna have to figure it out. But it's better than remaining stuck in a situation that's not gonna make you grow. Especially, I don't know what this is gonna have to do with, we're gonna have to see. Some of you really may feel like someone is not carrying their own weight, that you're working with, and just promising, talking a good game, but they can't actually back it up. And so maybe an opportunity, whatever relationship you have to end, or whatever thing that you have to correct and kind of bring the Saturn energy, the limits and lessons in a combative way. I feel like your opportunity, being the Two of Pentacles, is like, make sure you do it in a way that isn't like it's not personal. The Two of Pentacles has to do with duality. Like, I'm just not a good fit here. You're just not a good fit here with our company. It's kind of like impersonal business. So the opportunity is to definitely understand that you're making a business decision, and therefore it doesn't have to be as personal. Okay, whether this is you making a change, walking away from a job, or firing someone, etc. Okay, so the opportunity, I don't really know. And even if you are a Capricorn that gets like fired or let go, or major change in your career, maybe it was for my highest good. You don't really know. Your challenge is the Ten of Swords. So something's definitely coming to an end. For some of you, the challenge is to bring something to an end, potentially with an Aries in your life, Capricorn, to end something with an Aries energy. So whether this is you ending it with an Aries who you're dealing with, or this is an end to the Aries energy of starting something but not being thorough. You see, the difference between Aries and Capricorn, between Aries and Saturn, is that Aries is very impulsive and good at starting things and doesn't always think through the negative potential consequences. Saturn, on the other hand, is Father Time. And Saturn always takes into account the long picture, the long plan. And it's interesting I'm doing this reading for you because I'm an Aries sun and I'm a Capricorn moon, which means that my sun is square my moon. So my soul is just like, let's do this. And my emotions are like, no, that's not part of the 10-year plan. Imagine being an Aries sun with a Capricorn moon. No. So maybe this is no. Maybe you're the one who either has to say no, or if you're dealing with a situation that's not moving at all, then you need to be the one who's like, you know what I mean? So this is just my autistic way of translating this reading. But for some of you, I really feel like it's going to be hard to to make the correct changes that you need to do. And it's almost like the way in which you need to do it is going to be interesting, right? The Two of Pentacles and your opportunity. So whatever comes to an end, whether you have to end something with someone in a business standpoint, whatever comes to an end, your biggest opportunity is to not be final about it, be like, or to not know how it's going to affect you in the long run, because Saturn is here. So the universe could be, Saturn is a little bit of a karmic energy. So for those of you that are real good at starting things and are real horrible at following up and being thorough and like doing everything the hard way, because Aries is like, hey, let's find the shortcut. Hey, let's find the credit cards and the scams, hitting them licks in the bundle. And then Saturn is like, black 6, find them. So there's this dichotomy. Now, let's go into your overall general energy, because it's real interesting, and some sort of foundation is really coming to an end, but probably in more so of a nasty way or an uncomfortable way. You have the Tower in reverse, you have the Knight of Wands upright, and you have the Five of Wands in reverse. So there could be an ending with a situation that has to do with competition and other people and some sort of training period here that comes to an end, because the Five of Wands has to do with like preparation, playful training, right? These people aren't using swords to fight each other, they're using wands. And with the Knight of Wands here, this is someone who is Aries energy. They talk a big game, but they can't always back it up. Hey, I'll go here, baby. I'll make you this promise, and then I can't live up to it, or etc. So I feel like if you could really be dealing with people who are just not following up on their word, who are not backing up their foundation and their actions. Now, you need to be really honest about whether this is someone that you're dealing with or it's you. Because for a lot of you, your foundation is going to be pulled out from under you, potentially in a little bit of a karmic limits and lesson way, just to show you, Capricorn, that, if you're going to be the daddy Capricorn Saturn, we need to do things a little more seriously around here. We can't just keep promising people things that we don't deliver. So I feel like it's a bit of a reality check with the pioneering Aries. Oh my God, I'm doing everything at once. And maybe you just need to consolidate, because one thing that I would say to you in this reading is that, there could be an overexpansion. So it's going to be the energy that you need more of. It's a challenge for you to consolidate. It's a challenge for you to not, okay, I'm digging this well. Instead of looking at other wells, well, where could we expand? The Roman Empire growing too thin. You see what happens, it collapses. So there's a real danger here of you overexpanding or dealing with people that you work with who are also doing this, that are not realizing the foundation is in jeopardy of your business or of your life. So you need to come back and just, once you find a well that is rich, just keep digging that well. You don't have to keep going all over the place. And so some of you, whether this is someone you're dealing with or this is your own situation, this is what you got going on. And then in what you don't see coming, it definitely clears up. And I do feel like the opportunity is to accept shifting and to accept a trade. This sounds weird, but I feel like whoever the universe is taking away from your life, they're going to send back in the form of in alignment relationships. And there's also going to be a realization that whatever foundation is blowing up wasn't meant to be there forever. And what you don't see coming, it's going to be like a weight lifted off your shoulders in January 2024. You have the Ace of Swords, which is the sword of truth. It's like a flash of insight that comes from God. It's like, oh my God, this is the truth. It's the sword of truth. You can't run away from it. You know the truth. The Judgment card is similar in that it's a major shift in consciousness that has to do with judgment. Oh my God, I didn't see that before, and now I see it. So you have a lot of truth coming to the surface, but what is the truth about? The truth is surrounded by the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands has to do with a rite of passage. For me, it's coming through as a period of time that you're meant to spend around people along your journey, but it's not meant to be forever. And so you're just passing through this gate. This is not your kingdom. This is not your 10 of Pentacles. So whatever foundation is coming to an end, I feel like a lot of you are going to have a realization and a download that, oh my God, I'm tripping out. Or someone's tripping out. Maybe it's not you. That this was just meant to be in my life for a season and a reason, but not forever. Okay, so that's definitely going on. And then when it comes to your advice, it's interesting. You have the Eight of Cups walking into the Lovers and the Death card. So the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something because it's no longer satisfying, but the Eight of Cups is walking into the Lovers. So as you go through this difficult transition, I do think Spirit is advising you to really lean back into someone that you know has your back. I do feel like there's going to be people who can really have your back and you can talk to like almost in like an unconditional way. Someone out there has your back. And for some of you, I feel like your love life could be going pretty damn well. Meanwhile, something else is blowing up, potentially to do with your career for most of you. But, you know, the Five of Wands in reverse in the Tower, you could feel like, you know, this is a classic example of like, let's say that I was like in a boxing gym, you know, and the Five of Wands in reverse comes out. So instead of sparring to get better, instead of punching each other to get better and like, hey, let's not go 100%. Like maybe sometimes we have to do that to prepare for a real fight, but most of the time, like we're not trying to take each other's head off. Like we're here to get better, right? And like with the Five of Wands in reverse, that can be like I'm going to a boxing gym to spar someone that really wants to break my nose, that really wants to prove something to me. But I'm like, hey, I came here to get better, not to have an ego battle with you. Let's save that for the real fight. And so you have the Tower in reverse with this. So there could be something about overly competitive energy that is going to come back to bite you, particularly around someone that you're around that you need to remove yourself from so that you don't get hurt. But for others of you, if it's not to do with another person, then I do feel the energy of being overly competitive in just like this infinite way of infinite expansion, right? No, you need Saturn's coming in to kind of slow you down. So I do want to look, I want you to ask yourself the question, this Capricorn, if this is not to do with someone who is being overly competitive, hurting you, instead of getting better, instead of collaborating, it's all about them. They could be infecting your business, etc. I literally just I was like leading up to this whole thing and, it just like completely slipped my mind. I'm literally going to pause the reading so I can remember what I was. Oh yes. Okay, Capricorn. So for others of you that are extremely competitive in business, you're going to really look at how have you literally destroyed someone's self-esteem? How have you hurt someone? How have you really messed someone up just by Aries, constant combat and expansion? You don't want to be part of this team? Too bad. And on the one hand, you need that Saturn, and so it really depends on your situation. But for some of you Capricorns out there that are already like a boss, you want to look at how your need to win at all costs is really hurting your relationships, okay? And with the advice being here, it's like return to love, right? You have the Eight of Cups walking away into the Lover's card. So on the one hand, like you really have to know who you are, because from a certain perspective, I can say choose love and stop being so harsh and ruining relationships just because you want a few more dollars in your bank account and you want to be an asshole every day, right? That's not what's going to really make the world a better place. I mean, depending on your goals, but but for others of you, this could be going on with you feel like people that you're working with, instead of trying to be better, like you're in you're in a toxic environment in some sort of way, especially in your like day to day. For some of you, this is going to be in home and family. For others of you, this is going to be work and daily routine. And for some of you, a combination of it all. So I understand that this reading is a little bit like, difficult to, at least for me, it seems difficult to interpret. So I don't know. Let's just clarify, Capricorn, why the Tower in reverse is in your overall general energy, right? Why is the Tower in reverse here? The Tower in reverse is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and also the Queen of Swords here. When it comes to your overall general energy, that's pretty interesting. I mean, that just doesn't look the most pleasant energy. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is usually something to do with negative finances and someone questioning it. So for a lot of you, there could be a blow up, an argument about money. You know, for a lot of you, I feel like there could have been a sketchy situation around money. Someone didn't pay you what you were owed. You promised someone something. They promised you something. Definitely a sketchy situation regarding finances, someone's belief around money, and questioning that leads to a blow up. It also could make you a little bit angry. So for some of you, you are going to have to really like hunker down and be like, you need to stand up for yourself, especially if you feel like you've been cheated. You know, especially if you were brought in somewhere to work and like, people were like, hey, we're going to give you like this opportunity to grow and, you know, and to develop yourself. And then you realize, no, I was just being used as like a mule. Like I've had that experiences, like some of my experiences of being an assistant have been, you know, you're going to come in and you're going to be, you know, I'm going to make you better. I'm going to help you. And then like, I realized, no, like they're just waiting to burn me out. Like I've had this experience of being an assistant. Like I'm literally just being used as a pawn to be burned out. I didn't come here no one is going to help me with my improvement. So something to do with that. It could be an issue over money for some of you. For others of you, more so like I was saying, you know, just like something that really is a deal breaker to do with finances and that pisses someone off. And once again, it could just have to do with greed, because if I look at this reading from this perspective now, you know, the Aries with the Saturn, this can have to do with limiting greed and individual. So whether you're on a team or you work somewhere, there's something about the team is not coherent. People are out for themselves right now. This is not a company that you're either working for or running or something that you want to work. Like there's something going on that's not conducive for health. So I don't know. Let's see why is the 10 of Swords here? So whatever comes to an end, I mean, I feel like you're going to have a realization about it. The Ace of Swords, Judgment, Four of Wands. It's going to be all good. But I don't know. Real complication around money this month. There could be something going on with I feel like there's definitely a situation, someone messing with your money that you're just like, what the heck? And so for some of you, it's going to be like, okay, this is happening because I've been spreading myself too thin, like too much Aries energy. I need to consolidate. This is happening, you know, this could be the idea of, if I just think of the most practical example I could think of is like you're looking at your bank statement and you realize all these recurring charges. I was too impulsive, Aries. I have like 20 subscriptions that I don't even use, and I'm spending $300 a month on things that I don't even use, and then that pisses you off. You try to cancel it doesn't work, etc. Something going on with that, but it's going to be much more deep than that. I'm just giving you the information so that it can paint the picture and illustrate the frequency better. Why is the 10 of Swords here in your challenge? Yeah, Death card. So, I mean, something. Oh God, this could even be a soul contract that you don't want to let go of. The Two of Swords. I mean, what I'm seeing is the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card. So I feel like there's definitely an emotional tie or a soul tie. Yeah, you have the Six of Cups. For some of you, this could have to do with someone in your family with money, things not going good, etc. But man, I don't know what. Because whatever it is, I feel like it already happened for a lot of you. Because this is a January 2024 reading. We're like in the middle of January. But let's see, why is the Ace of Swords here and what you don't see coming? Because this is going to start to clarify the crap show of this reading. Why is the Ace of Swords here and what you don't see coming? What's the clarity? What's the truth about? Let's see. Yeah, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles here. So the truth is that you're going to come out of this situation with a lesson. And so it seems to me that you have Saturn, limits and lessons. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about slow-moving energy, doing everything the hard way, not cutting any corners, discipline, order. It's very Saturnian energy. And the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. So you're going to learn a really harsh lesson, potentially about money, the handling of money, or the team that you surround yourself with on a daily routine or at home, work, and family, with the idea of it being too greedy, too overly competitive, in some sort of way that's negative that you really need to work on. And there's a lesson that you can take away from it. And for some of you, it's because you spread yourself too thin and maybe you promised something that you couldn't deliver, right? Aries, oh, here, yeah, you know what? I love you here. I can help you with this, whatever. And so there's something about discipline and being more structured. And Saturn is what rules Capricorn. So this is not going to be new energy to you, but there could have been like an infector, you know, that got in your mindset. Let's also just clarify that, because that's more of like the logical lesson, the Ace of Swords. But let's clarify the Judgment card, which is right next to it, which is more of the spiritual lesson or the spiritual flair to this. So why is okay, we understand the practical earthy part of it. Why is the Judgment card here, though, in what you don't see coming? Perhaps more, maybe just knowing when to end things as well, because, you know, it could be like, I know I have those 10 subscriptions. I know I pay $10 a month to Netflix, to whatever, and I don't even use it, but you know what? Next month, I'll just do, and then it comes back to you. You know what I mean? I don't know. Man. Ugh. Yeah, definitely ignoring. The spiritual lesson is that you ignored your intuition. Because the Judgment card is clarified by the Tower and also the High Priestess in reverse. So I feel like you knew either that you were being manipulated and your intuition was clouded, but for most of you, I feel like it's you ignored your intuition that led to a Tower, right? And obviously, that's more in alignment with the Tower in reverse, right? The Tower in your overall general energy isn't a Tower, okay, the Tower blows up, we're all good. No. The Tower blew up, and now your opportunity is the Two of Pentacles. Now your opportunity, so it's not like, okay, the Tower blew up, let's do this. No, you're going to be like, all right, let's restructure this. Let's make sure that this doesn't happen again. And to those of you that don't take the time to do that and don't understand what I'm saying, well, go watch some Joey Diaz motivation clips, because he's probably the only one that can help you. Maybe Capricorns are like, passion? What are you talking about, dude? All right, let's clarify why the Death card is in your advice. Four of Wands, like I said, whatever's coming to an end, it wasn't meant to be there forever. It was meant to teach you a lesson. It was meant to teach you not to ignore your intuition. But for a lot of you, I don't know, there's something about a soul contract or you feeling like there's a major opportunity that's missed here. And for some of you, you're telling yourself it's tied to my destiny. No. I can't let go of this because it's my destiny. Me and this person, you know, I go to sparring every day and I get my nose broken. But you know what? We're destined training partners. It's like, are you destined training partners? Are you going to end up like Pallas and Athena and Zeus making them spar for their entertainment and then Athena killing Pallas and it's not going to be good. And then you get the autistic mystic being Pallas reincarnating into the autistic mystic. Oh my god. See, now I lost you. But you know what? Let's clarify why the Death card is here in your challenge. End of a commitment, end of a tradition, end of a commitment and a tradition, and a... Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like whatever this is, Capricorn, the Death card is clarified by the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very Saturnian energy. It has to do with structure, commitment, but traditional. It has to do with the bridge between the heavens and the earth, like the Pope. Something to do with a traditional religious thing. It could have to do with marriage, or it could have to do with some sort of business commitment. But all the papers are signed. Oh, the government will be legally overseeing this commitment. And so maybe it's something that you need to end that involves a serious flare. So I don't think it's going to be easy. I feel like it's going to be life-altering, whatever you decide to let go of here. But look, this is what I got for you, Capricorn. Many of you will choose to ignore it and do what you want to do. But I appreciate you. I'll talk to you next time.